Hello there, this is Cindy at cindybdesigns.com. Thank you for joining me today. Yeah, I'll tell you about the voice in a couple minutes. Those are the second batch of alternative cards I made. This is the first batch that you saw Thursday on the blog, and what you saw Tuesday on the blog was the cards that you can make that come with a kit. So that is a little mini pumpkin box, cute as can be. And so I dressed that up with materials from the June paper pumpkin box of sunshine that is kind of like a gift card holder that I made using the colors that are in the suite, like a tag card that you can tag a gift card onto that and pull it out and then still open it up and have something on the inside. That's a curvy keepsakes box that you can put lemon drops in, and that is a mossy meadow. And I've incorporated a lot of other paper pumpkin kits into what I've done with these projects today, and that is the box that you see on the paper pumpkin brochure, and those are the cards I featured on Tuesday inside it. So I'm going to pick things up a little bit now and show you what I have left over from everything I've made so far, down to this video. And there's a lot left over. I have 3 suns, a good 4 leaves, 3 pineapples, at least 4, yeah, I do have 4 lemons left over. The stickers, I have more sequins, and no matter the weather is what I'm going to be bringing in for our very first card, and it's a note card. And I pulled that card base from No Matter the Weather paper pumpkin kit, and I'm taking that little, it's like 1 5/8 or so of an inch circle layering, and put it right down the middle there, and then die cut that out. And I'm going to pull in that little cloud image, and this is where I blow it, but not really, because I made it work out. You want to ink up the cloud image and stamp it down before you put the liquid adhesive on the back of the sun there. So I got that down, set it up with a clear block, which I do a lot, and I'm going to take some full-size white Stampin' Dimensionals, peel off the backing, and give the center of the sun a little bit, well, a lot of dimension, and that is what we were looking like. Then I'm going to bring in our white craft ink, which my pad is completely dry, as you can tell, so you can barely see what it does. And I'm like, I'm still not starting this over again. So, yeah, that's how it went. But in person, it does, yeah, it looks a lot better than that. So I'm bringing back in the Stamparatus and a sentiment, and I'm going to figure out exactly which one I want to use. And it is going to be the larger one. That's going to be inked up, checking to make sure I put it straight on the door there of the Stamparatus. Inking that up in Memento Tuxedo Black. Put that down once or twice, and that is what we're looking like. I'm going to bring in 3 of the large crushed curry sequins, because again, that is note card size, which is like, I think 3 by 5 index card. That's simple, that easy. Moving on, next card. I have a top folding A2 size card base, which is 4 1/4 across by 5 1/2 down. And I'm bringing in a piece of the 6 by 6 Settles Designer Series paper, and I'm putting adhesive on the back of that, and that measures 4 1/4 across by 3. And I have 3 lemons, and then 3 of, like, I'm going to call them, lemon tops or lemon leaves. So the cards stuck around a little bit, again, trying to figure out the sentiment I want to use. And it's, my mind's processing it, which, again, is always a very scary thing. So I'm trying to rearrange or arrange the lemons on there, that strategic looking cool thing or whatever. So I'm going to lay down a set of leaves up there at the very top with our liquid adhesive Tombow Mono, and then lay 1 lemon down there. I think if I remember right, yeah, I'm like winging the second one, because I do know I want to put that on dimensionals. And you see how I use my pokey tool to kind of like dent in the dimensionals a little bit, like just that. And that helps the backing come off a lot easier. So I'm adding many Stampin' dimensionals, which come in this kit by the way, to the very back of that. And I'm getting that up on the dimensional so I can lay down the lemon towards the very bottom the right way with the Tombow Mono and slip it underneath there to see exactly where I want to put it. So I'm laying down the glue right now and doing that wing it thing. And I'm going to set that up one more time and let it dry. And what I'm doing now is pretty self-explanatory. The voice, there was like a local concert this weekend, and after 3 months of quarantine, a couple of girlfriends and I went, hoot and hollered the entire, throughout the entire concert. Great band, and you know what? You kind of need to do something like that after being in quarantine for 3 months. So let your hair on fire and scream and yell and have a good time at a concert. So yeah, we did it. So yeah, I did pick the sentiment, and I had to pull that up because I knew I wanted to put the crushed curry ribbon in there from, I think it was like August or September of last year, the gift of fall. And that is in our current catalog, but I still had that ribbon left over. And I wanted to use it to divide the line between my designer series paper and the card base there. And I needed a bigger sentiment there on top. So I laid down the sunshine. I'm going to ink that up in Memento Tuxedo Black. Get that down nice and crisp like I like it. Yeah, I do it twice. And then put down the brayer on top of it, because when it's winter time, I'll I have a sweater on, I'll pull my sleeve over my hand like you've seen and do it that way. But now it's like 95 degrees with the same amount of humidity, and you walk outside and your glasses or contacts fog up. Struggled with the bow, so went through that real quick. Gonna angle the ends of that to make it all look pretty. And that is just so simple. And it's the cutest thing ever. And if I remember, yeah, more of those crushed curry sequins. And once again, I'm using 3 large ones there. That one I'm going to lay down now helps me keep that ribbon down a little bit, because I did not sneak in a glue dot underneath the knot of the bow, which is something I normally do. So for our last alternative, top folding cardigan, Poppy Parade with the Bryce DSP, cover the entire card front. The vellum is cut down to 4 across by 5 1/4 down, and I'm taking the 3rd die cut in the stitch rectangles that I cut out of regular Whisper White, laid it down on top of the vellum, flipped it over, and I'm putting adhesive on the back of that so it doesn't show through our card base there. And it does help to tone down the Poppy Parade significantly. And so I'm now trying to line up that pineapple die cut on there, and I'm going to put Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of that pineapple. But in the meantime, I'm going to ink up that little smile sentiment with Memento Tuxedo Black a couple times. Put the very bottom left right of our image panel there. And now, like I said, I'm going to lay down the full-size Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of the pineapple. Yeah, I'll skip intro because I do that. I'm going to go ahead and peel them off, get everything lined up, top to bottom, left to right. So I hope that you've enjoyed Paper Pumpkin this week. It is so critical to and important to subscribe to this. I use these products year-round in absolutely everything I do, and you hear me talk about it constantly. So I'm pulling back in, and you have to do it by July 10th too. And I invite you to do that. The giveaway, I've been talking about that for 2 or 3 weeks now. That is our Stampin' Mister, and there's like a little bit of our paint in there, our shimmer paint. And what I've done with that is use that to wet that crinkle ribbon up a little bit, make it more crinkly, and I'm tying a bow into it, and I'm just going to hear that right down to the the top of that there. But again, there's links to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. Get your name in that drawing for a free Paper Pumpkin kit. Get on the list for my other alternatives for my subscribers. There's just so much value in this kit and what you can do with it. So that is our third alternative. This week alone, I presented you with 6 alternatives with the 4 cards, the materials left over, which you will see throughout the entire year that I use. So there's our last card. And again, second card, the first one's coming in. Please hit like and subscribe. I hope that you have a very safe and blessed, happy 4th of July, because you know what? Yay, America, right? So take it easy. I will see you next week. And I think we're going to be focusing on beautiful world. So I will see you then. Again, please hit like and subscribe, leave a comment, and enjoy your holiday weekend.